More about all of these new developments, I'm now joined by Xiaohui. She is with the Department of International and Strategic Studies at China's Institute of International Studies. I'll get to the Yasukuni Shrine issue in just a moment, but first, for 2 days running now, the Japanese government has had to respond to questions about comments Abe made earlier when he drew a comparison between present-day Asian tensions and pre-World War I tensions. And the Financial Times had an editorial where they took him to task about this. They said for Japan's prime minister to allow any comparison with pre-World War I in Europe is chilling and inflammatory. And I want to get your thoughts on how this is being seen in China.
Well, I have to say that China is aware of Shinzo Abe's goals and his consideration. We believe that Shinzo Abe chose this occasion to propose the comparison is because he wants to strike a chord in European countries. We know very well that the China threat theory still has a lot of audience in European countries, and this theory always influenced China's image. Shinzo Abe understands this situation and he tries to arouse concern from the European countries to criticize China for being an irresponsible player in the region. So that is his aim. And to compare China to Germany before the First World War is not Shinzo Abe's invention, I have to say. A comment from a Financial Times by a columnist not long ago compared China with Germany. Well, so Shinzo Abe understands that if he proposed this comparison, he will draw a lot of people to join in his idea to view China as a threat. So that is his aim. As for China, we believe that it is a very wrong action and it is inappropriate for Japan to propose this idea in such an event and to distort China's image.
Well, you know, the Japanese government seems to be backpedaling away from his comments, saying that they were wrongly interpreted. Are you buying that?
Well, I have to say that every time Shinzo Abe made some irresponsible comments or actions about China, and the Japanese government tried to explain to the outside world and to cover up his mistakes. But this time, the explanation is that Shinzo Abe was not saying that the relationship between China and Japan now is like the one before the First World War. And Shinzo Abe was trying to call for other countries to pay attention to potential conflicts between China and Japan. Well, it is very weak explanation. It is impossible for China to accept that Japan was trying to propose some good willingness to improve or repair the relationship.
Well, you know, he is saying he's kind of handing out the olive branch. He says China and Japan are inseparable, wants better relations. Do you feel like he's really making an effort there?
Well, I have to say that we understand that Shinzo Abe knows very well that China is an important neighbor. It is impossible for Japan to neglect China as an important player in the region. And Japan cannot afford worsening or chilling relationship with China. And it is also impossible for Japan to launch a war with China. But on the other hand, we understand very well that it is impossible for Shinzo Abe to correct his mistakes. From his remarks and from his actions, we can see clearly that Shinzo Abe is still pursuing his long-term dream to make Japan a normal country, to revise the constitution, and to enlarge the military. But as for China, we don't believe that it is right for Shinzo Abe to carry out all these actions. We won't approve this kind of efforts. And on the other hand, Shinzo Abe is trying to draw closer to the United States to counterbalance China. We understand this very well, so any oral remarks from Shinzo Abe will not be helpful for improve the relationship with China. What we need is actions. Actions speak louder than words.
All right, Xiaohui joining us from Beijing with her thoughts. Thanks so much.